Welcome to Matematika. Today we're going to continue of what we did with factoring quadratic trinomials. Now we're going to review in how to factor. Now this time there is no leading coefficient. Leading coefficient, that means a coefficient on our first term. Okay? So we'll do the first question. So the first question here is x squared minus 9x plus 8. Alright. So let's identify our b. Our b is negative 9. And the c is 8. Next, you're going to find, the pair of factors for c. So, factors of 8. So, what are the factors of 8? 1 and 8. Negative 1 and negative 8. We have 2 and 9. 2 and 4. Then negative 2 and negative 4. Take note that we are looking for the pair that when you add the pair, it will give you the value of b, which is negative 9. So 1 plus 8 will give you 9, but it's not negative. Negative 1 plus negative 8 is giving you a negative 9. 2 plus 4, that is 6, is not. Negative 2, negative 4, it's not. So our pair of factors is negative 1 and negative 8. You don't need to group because you have no leading coefficient. So go directly by having the first factor as x minus 1 and the second factor is x minus 8. So this is your answer. I want you to observe, when our middle term is negative, our two factors are also all minus or negative. So x minus 1 times x minus 8. Let's do number 2. In number 2, you have x squared plus x minus 42. Okay? So, this is c. C is 42. And the b is 1. This is b, that's c. Okay? So, we're looking for the factor of 42 in such a way that it will give you, when you add them, it will give you, 1. So if I will list down all the factors just to give you, to let you feel and see how that goes. Okay? We have a negative 2 and 21. 2 and negative 21. Later on, when you are used to finding the factors, you can do it in the fastest way. You have negative 6 and 7, 6 and negative 7. Okay. When we add, negative 1 and 42 doesn't give you 1, so it's not. 1 plus negative 42, it's not 1. Negative 2 plus 21, it's not 1. 2 plus negative 21, it's not. Negative 3 plus 14, it's not positive 1. 3 plus negative 14, it's not 1. Negative 6 plus 7 is giving you 1 when you add. 6 plus negative 7 is giving you negative 1. We are looking for the middle term, which gives you a positive 1. So that means your factor would be x minus 6 and x plus 7. Right? So what have you observed? When our last term is negative, one pair of the factor has also a negative value. That is x minus 6. Okay, let's have example 3. We have x squared plus 13x plus 40. Okay, look for C. C is 40 and B is 13. That's your basis. So first of all, you have to list down the factor of 40. So we have 1 and 40. Negative 2 and 20. Oh, this is all positive, so you don't need to list down a negative 1. So 2 and 20, 4 and 10, 5 and 8. So we'll look for the sum of these factors, which give you 13. So 1 plus 40, that's 41. 2 plus 20, that's 22. 4 plus 10, it's 14. 5 plus 8, that's 13. So our pair would be 5 and 8. So go directly, since these are all positive. So you have x plus 5 and x plus 8. Okay, let's have the fourth one. How about if our polynomials is x squared minus 2x minus 8? You see, in the first one, I'm giving you the middle term is negative in number 1. In number 2, I'm giving you the last term as negative. And in number 3, I'm giving you all positive. This time in number 4, I'm giving you negative middle term and negative last term. So our C is negative 8 and B is negative 2. So we have negatives, middle in the last term. So let's have the factor of 8, negative 8. That would be, when we get the sum, we'll come out with a negative 2. So let's factor out a negative 8. So negative 8, that's negative 1 and 8. Or 1 and negative 8. We have a negative 2 and 4. Or 2 and negative 4. Right? So when we add, be sure we come up with a negative 2, which is our, B. So negative 1 plus 8, that's positive 7. 1 plus negative 8, that's negative 7. Negative 2 plus 4 is giving you a positive 2. 2 plus negative 4 is giving you a negative 2. So we found our pair. So that means our factor is x plus 2 and x minus 4. All right. Let's do our observation, class. When the middle term is negative, like this in number 1, our two factors are, x minus 1 and x minus 8. We have a group of negatives. If our last term is negative, one pair is a negative. All positive, that means in number 3, all plus. And in number 4, if you have two negative, one is positive and the other one is negative. So when I was a student before, I like to do, all positives, and I like to do the middle term. I know right away when the middle term is negative, then all my two pairs will have a negative value. When I have the last term or two negatives, I know that one of the pair has a negative value. And that's it. That's what you have to remember. And that will be a fastest way in, factoring quadratic polynomials or trinomials. See you in my next video.